A story about a young Aboriginal boy was leaked to a radio station. The radio station did nothing wrong. They carefully withheld the identity of the young offender. But they had been given his identity through a screenshot and more details of his time in court than would have appeared on that screenshot. Why is this an issue? Because we have taken a view as a society that young offenders should be given a second chance. Not infinite chances, but a second chance not to have offences committed as minors follow them for the rest of their lives. But when this story was leaked, which through jigsaw identification could have tended to identify a boy in a country town, there was no reaction from government. No queries were raised as to whether this was appropriate or how this had happened. In evidence before the committee, it became clear that at a meeting attended by the DPP, her paid media consultant, an internal lawyer and an internal media advisor, a decision was workshopped to leak this story, down to the granular detail of to which media outlet the story should be leaked. Ms Darling claims she did not participate in this discussion, as she was distracted by her phone. This inquiry raised important issues about protection of children's identities and about the use of confidential information by the ODPP, issues which we asked the Attorney-General to assist us in addressing more fully, using his powers of inquiry and compulsion. And how did the First Law Officer respond? Some 30 minutes after the report was tabled, he was offering derisory comments. Did he read, digest and contemplate the 175-page report in that time frame before responding? Or did he approach this issue with a closed mind? For the first time ever, the Attorney-General outsourced a response, briefing senior counsel at significant and undisclosed expense to the taxpayer, to read and reflect on the report for him. Without even the courtesy of a formal response, he has today declared the matter closed, despite the fact that the barrister who he paid to think for him was only asked to advise on some of the findings and none of the recommendations. We expect more of our Attorney-General. We expect him to show leadership when there are important questions of justice and important questions about protection of our young people and important questions that need answering. We expect him to restore public confidence in the role of the DPP and our criminal justice system. He should stand condemned by this House.